Hello, beautiful souls. Let's talk about the color of the day, which is gray. The color of the day is gray. It rhymes. All right, so there are many kinds of symbolism, including spiritual symbolism for the color gray. Let me read that. Spiritually, gray represents the space between extremes, such as light and darkness, good and evil. It symbolizes the search for truth in uncertainty and the quiet wisdom of introspection. Isn't that interesting? In many traditions, gray is associated with contemplation, spiritual maturity, gray hair, right? And the sacred silence that precedes transformation, the calm before the storm. It encourages letting go of black and white thinking to embrace complexity and the nuance in spiritual growth. Now, as far as neutrality and balance, it's a midpoint between black and white, right? So it symbolizes neutrality, compromise, balance. It's often used to represent unbiased thinking. Of course, in fashion, I like gray. It kind of goes with pink in fashion. For me, I like it. But it's a timeless and classy and very refined color for fashion. And it's sort of a staple for the minimalist as well and modern aesthetics. Wisdom and maturity is another thing that gray represents. And look at people with gray hair. They're wise. Well, not all of them, but most of them are wise. Therefore, it represents experience, wisdom, and dignity. Of course, there's also some negatives that go along with the color gray, symbolically speaking. It also carries some somber and melancholic undertones, often used to symbolize dullness, indecision, or even depression. Gray skies. That can be very depressing. In literature and film, gray skies or gray settings often imply ambiguity and lack of hope. Gray, come on, you got some good and you got some bad. But anyway, if you are attracted to the color gray, then you have to pick and choose what I'm saying as far as what applies to you and your life. Psychologically, gray can signal detachment, formality, or a desire to stay in the background. People drawn to gray may be seen as practical, conservative, or emotionally reserved. Are you attracted to gray? Anyway, if you are, there's some very good points about it, and there's also some questionable points about it. So, gray, the color of the day. Check it out, and go to AtlantisScalar.com. Also, ChannelingEric.com. If you go to the YouTube channel, you will, like most people, binge watch the YouTubes. I've had people get fired from their job because they binge too much during work. All right, thank you for listening, my lovely souls.